Good morning, students. We were discussing about elections, free and fair elections. In a democratic system, free and fair elections are important part. So let's see now. Even if elections are free and fair, people are not ready to come to the polling booth, then there is no use of it. People coming to the polling booth is an important part of any democratic system because that tells that people are active and they want the democratic system should continue. So let us see. Popular participation is people's participation. People's participation in election is usually measured by voter turnout figures. How many percentage of the people have participated in the election? That's important. In India, the poor, literate and underprivileged people vote in larger proportion as compared to the rich and privileged sections. See, most of the underprivileged, illiterate people, they want to participate in the election and prove that they are happy with the democratic system. But the people who are privileged, they feel that it is a holiday and enjoy the holiday. They are not so much interested in the governmental system. They think that whichever party comes to power, their lifestyle, their privileges, their facilities are not going to be affected. So they don't come to the polling booth, stand in queue and vote. Sometimes in the hot sun they have to be, sometimes in the cold season they have to. So most of the people who are rich, who are literate, and they are so privileged group of people, they don't come so much into the polling booth. That's one of the important problem of Indian democratic system. So because of that, what happens? Elections are. In national level, we can say 60 to 70% is the participation. Most of them we can say 65 to 70, that's all. But in some states it may be more. Northeast or Kerala and so on, it will be above 85 to 90. It comes. So people participation is important in democratic system. So if that is not there, our democratic system is not properly functioning. Are the people's preference based on real knowledge? That's one question we are going to answer. Whether the people select a candidate after knowing the real detailed background of the candidate or detailed thinking of the political party which they vote. That's important. Not simply blindly, okay, because this political party is known to me or this candidate is known to me, simply give the vote. So the people should have full knowledge about the system. Whether that knowledge is correct or not. How did they get information? All those things affect the election of the candidate. Are the voters getting a real choice? Second thing is a real choice. We want a correctly educated, a person who is ready to serve the people, who is non-corrupt. We want to put him into the parliament. But are we getting such candidates? That's a real question. Are we able to get such a candidate who are really not corrupt, who wants to really serve the people, who wants to participate actively in the lawmaking in the parliament? Are we getting? That is a question that we must answer. If we are not getting, it is our problem also. Not only the politicians or this affecting the country's future. We elected somebody who is a criminal, who is not at all thinking about the constituency. He just thinks about how to make money for him, how to get influence, how to get power for him. Such a person will never try to develop his constituency, or he will never look after the nation. Some people are for power, some people are for publicity, some people are for popularity. They want to show the fine, stylish and way they want, variety dresses, variety styles they want to perform, photogenic activities they want to do. So such kind of things are not good for democracy. A democratic person, a person who is concerned with the people, may not be so much publicity and all those things. He will be taking care of the people, look after the things. What is really needed for the people? He knows the concerns of the people. He understands the concerns of people. He may not be simply giving rhetoric about I will do this, I will do that. But he will be taking care of the people. That is the responsibility of an elected person. So is election really a level playing field for everyone? See, if I want to stand as a candidate, I may not be able to spend crores of rupees or lakhs of rupees for the election campaign. High-pitched campaign is needed. Electronic media, I have to have influence. So I have to pay money. For advertisements, TV advertisements, for seconds it is money. Not hours, for seconds this much, lakhs of rupees I have to pay. And then notices. I have to give it a lot of money for the workers who are going here and there and making publicity, printing postcards, depositing the money. So many expenses. See, election commission or government of India has permitted me to spend 25 lakhs for a parliamentary election. So I must have at least that much. So is it level playing field? So an ordinary person, a poor person cannot stand as a candidate and win the election. And the poor political parties also. Some parties get huge money. So that huge money they use for publicity, advertisements and making people the fools. They get elected. So fooling the people is not. So this is possible. That is the meaning. Is it really a level? Can an ordinary citizen hope to win the election? So that is the problem. This is one of the great things that we must think in our brain. Why ordinary persons are not able to get elected to the parliament? Candidates and parties with a lot of money may not be sure of their victory, but they do enjoy a big and unfair advantage of small parties and independents. So the candidate who is having plenty of money, it is not compulsory that persons who are having plenty of money, persons who make a lot of publicity will win. It is not compulsory, but chances are there for more because people will come to know about them. Advertisements are plenty. You know, advertisement will naturally influence the thinking of the people. You purchase many things looking at advertisements. So like that, if many times advertisements are shown telling that I will do this, we will do this is like this, hearing that brainwashing will take place in the brains of the people. The persons who are having, or the parties which are having only can do such kind of advertisement. They have plenty of money. So those money they use for advertisement and influence the thinking of the people and they can get votes. So the poor political parties, the parties which are not able to get so much of money from the public, will not be able to do anything. So that is the situation. In some parts of the country, candidates with a criminal connection have been able to secure a ticket from a major parties. Political parties give tickets to the criminals because they want political parties. So even a person is standing against a criminal person background, even that criminal background person may threaten the candidate who is suspected to win, who has got a chance to win. So that also will take place. So it will be a problem. So criminal background also is one of the another reason where we have free and fair elections. Now, some families tend to dominate political parties. Tickets are distributed to the relatives from these families. Most of the parties are having family. All the parties, no, let's say all the parties are having the family situations. All parties, Congress is BJP, here Yediyurappa son is in Rajasthan, Vasu Rajasthan, there's son Dushyant is MP. Like that, many places. If you go to Maharashtra, Uddhav Thakra's son, Aditya Thakre. Like that, anywhere you go. If you go to Bihar, Lalu Prasad Yadav's son, Tejasvi. If you go to Jharkhand, present Chief Minister, Soren. Like that. If you go anywhere, they all, many members, family members get the ticket. Party gives the ticket. So when a party gives a ticket to family members, others' chances will be less. So that's the one problem. So some families want to dominate political parties. So they control the political family members of that group control the political parties. In Karnataka, Devagowda, Kumaraswamy, the last election we know. Devagowda's family members were many in Mandya, in Hassan, in Tumkur. 3 candidates from the same family were standing. So all those things happen. So there you must understand, it is not a compulsory that such parties will win, but they put up a candidate. We know what has happened. Okay? No, they could not win. So very often elections offer little choice for ordinary citizens. For both the major parties are quite similar to each other, both in policies and practice. Major political parties will have same policies and practices. There will be no much differences. So choices for whichever party is selected, we may feel the same. Only the person, depending on the persons who are in power, things may be same. So that is also there. A smaller parties and independent candidates suffer huge disadvantage compared to bigger parties, because bigger parties will get more money. And they can, the rich persons can spend a lot of money for advertisements and all those things. So these are some of the problems that we face. Okay, here are some of the facts on Indian elections. Some of the things we see. In the 16th, the law was 12% women members. This is the highest in India. The Election Commission often refuses to accept the government's advice about when the election should be held. Election Commission will decide. Yeah, but Election Commission also has got a limitation. You cannot conduct the election 6 months advance of the ending of the term, after the end of the term year. Now, Election Commission has declared the elections of Parliament, to Assembly of Bihar. Elections will be over by 11th of November. 28th of November is the term ending of the Assembly of Bihar. So before that, government should be formed. That is why Election Commission has announced the date of elections. Some other things depends on. Election Commission cannot, no, I will conduct the election 1 year advance. That also Election Commission also cannot do it. It is free, but it has also seen the situations and declared it. Now we know Corona situations. So Election Commission has taken precaution for that also. Okay. Then the 60th Lok Sabha has more than 440 members whose assets are more than 1 crore. Out of how many members? 543. Out of 543, 440 MPs are rich. they are having the asset of more than 1 crore rupees. Having amount is not a sin, it's a good thing, having money. But there are people who are not able to have 1 lakh rupee per year. Okay? Such families also are there, such persons are also there. They also survive. So persons who are not having like that, they cannot participate in the elections, even they may not go for voting. So that is one of the major problem we face in the democratic system. After losing an election, Chief Minister said, I respect the people's verdict. If opposition party wins, now in Maharashtra, now in Bihar election is going to take place. If the RJD and Congress combine win in Bihar, naturally Nidish Kumar has to say, and BJP candidate, they are together. BJP and Nidish Kumar has to say, I respect the verdict of the people. So that is natural. You have to say, because the people has decided. It's a choice of the people. That is what we call democracy. So that is it. So what is code of conduct? Some of the words meaning you must know. A set of norms and guidelines to be followed by political parties and contesting candidates during election. Some rules and regulations. How they must conduct the election. How they must participate. That's known as code of conduct. When the election commission announces the election date, from that date onwards, this had to be followed by every candidate. The rules and regulations should be followed by election participating members. That's known as code of conduct. Incumbent, the government which is there, naturally they will have more facilities. So incumbent government should be controlled, or they must see that they don't misuse the facilities. That's incumbent, the current holder of a political office. Now incumbent, if the election is coming, incumbent in Bihar is Nidish Kumar and BJP. JDU of Nidish Kumar and they are incumbent. So usually the choice for the voters in the election is between the incumbent party and the candidate and those who oppose them. So opposing parties, RJD and Congress party. So that's opposition. So incumbent is the Nidish Kumar and the BJP team. Opposition is RJD and Congress team. So that is what is. So level playing field should be no. Football match, one side is very high, you cannot play, other side is very nice, very good to play and hit the ball. Then there is no equality. In a play itself, they change. Even if the things are looking same, they change the position after the 1 half. Because that much equality should be there playing field. And the choice of the ball was even taken on toss. Which direction, who will take which direction. That much equal level of playing is given. In any match it is. Cricket or football, anywhere it is. That much equality they are trying to maintain. Our facility is level playing field. So in the politics also, every candidate should have the same facilities. That is all. The same in the football also, no. Facilities are provided, but the players are different. There will be highly talented players, there will be less talented players in both teams. Sometimes in one team only highly talented, other team there may not. Then nothing can be done by the umpire or the team who is conducting or the people who are organizing. They can do anything on that. They can give the facilities like that. This level playing field is provided to, equal opportunities are provided to every candidate who is standing in the election. And not to use much, they have made an amount, restrictions of the amount each candidate can use it. That was they have, so that every citizen will have at least some level of play. Okay. Then ranking. This takes place sometimes. Now it is very less we can say, but sometimes happens also. Ranking. Fraud and malpractice indulged by a party or a candidate to increase its odd. It can be done by a party or it can be done by individuals. Individual goes to booth, threaten the election officers and press the button. Out of 9, 10 they press, 1 they will give to other candidates, so that the election commission will not come to know that every vote is given to only one candidate. So earlier it has happened. That is why if any booth complete vote is only for one particular candidate, then that booth all elections will be cancelled. So that is it. It includes stuffing ballot boxes. Now it is not ballot earlier. A few persons using the votes of others. Somebody will come, sign, put dot and fold and put inside. And the election officer said this many people have voted. Simply threaten others. Those things can take place. Recording multiple votes by the same person. Some will have removed the ink and again and vote in some others' name. All those things take place. And bribing or forcing the polling officials to support them. Whatever they do should not be reported to higher officers. All those things happen. Turnout of people who have come to vote. The percentage of eligible voters who cast their votes in an election. How many people have come out? That's the turnout. 55%, 60%, 70%, 100%. 100% is very rare. Sometimes it can happen like that. So, okay, that's the turnout. Constituency, the geographical area where a candidate is standing to get elected. That is known as the constituency voters in geographical area who elect a representative to legislative bodies. So these are that's what we have discussed. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. National Voters Day. Okay, this was it. National Voters Day. We, the citizens of India, having abiding faith in the democracy, hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and dignity of free, fair, and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, language, or any inducement. So this is an oath we should take. That's all. No, you understood the explanations. Don't need it. So this is a oath we must have in our mind when we go for vote. Okay, thank you.